Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Moggycraft Season 2, and as you can see, I have placed down a couple more trees and terraformed the area just a little bit with the grass, bushes and the moss carpets, and as you can see, some smaller trees as well. I also added in these firefly bushes for the particles and one of these flowering azaleas, giving the area a lot of life, and I quite love it. It is a very natural nature area looking kind of thing, and I've added a little bit of light over here just so that you can kind of see the entrance, or even from a distance, because earlier it really was like you're walking in blindly and you couldn't really see even that there's a trapdoor here or here. And yeah, of course I know it's there, but if you're visiting, I mean, you do kind of want to know what you're walking into. And let's see, has anything else changed? I don't think anything has. I have added in the kitties, some allays here as well, just bringing this place to life even more. Yes, last time really was all about bringing life to the outside of the base, as well as inside a little bit with those titans that I put on the top, holding up the ceiling, which you'll see right over here. And I want to give a quick reminder to all of you watching, the fan base is still a thing. So if you want to be entered, then leave a comment down below with your Minecraft username and maybe your favorite color so I can actually give you armor. And there we have another kitty produced by the Iron Golem farm. But today we won't spend time at our base. We will be moving away from it, but not too far away from it, because what we want to focus on today is right over here. As you can see, I have cleared out all the water and put in some walls, and it's looking pretty big. But of course, it's not finished, as you can probably guess. Now, this is going to be split up into 2 episodes, I imagine. One where I do the top and one where I do the bottom, because I am not ready to start on the bottom of this area. I just want to put in a design for the floor over here. And for that I have these resources, so of course the prismarine bricks and the prismarine, as well as some additional blocks over here that I could use to make the area look a lot nicer. Now of course, I'm not saying that I'm going to use all of this, but these are of course the options that I'm given. So before we get started, we probably want to get rid of some stuff, like this scaffolding over here. Even though it's taking us up to the AFK spot, I'll have to think of a different way to get up there. And maybe it is going to still be the scaffolding on top of this. I might also put an AFK spot at the bottom, but that would require me to clear out a lot of the areas underneath and light up the caves as well. Otherwise, mob spawning is going to be rather slow. Now, let's also get rid of this portal. And I would move the bed and these chests, but right now, I am not sure if I should. Let's just keep it here for now and get started on designing this place. Now, one thing I probably would start off with is, let's see. I think with the center one and how it is going to shape up the rest of this place. And for that, what I'll probably start off with, prismarine bricks maybe? Or should I do the sea lanterns? Let's actually just do the prismarine bricks first. We can always replace them. And what we're going to do is we're going to build up a little bit. And we're going to start the build from over here. Now, keep in mind, nothing will spawn in this area because it is the hitbox of the ocean monument. So, zombies, skeletons, creepers, none of that will spawn. Only these guys, the Guardians. So we don't need to worry about spawn proofing this area. Only down below, of course, which I've already done with a bunch of torches and buttons. And let's start with this. So let's see. What do I want to do exactly? Well, let's maybe... This is all me just guessing, by the way. I haven't actually planned anything yet. So maybe do lanterns over here. And let's get a bunch of slabs and maybe put that around the outside. Now I don't want to make this circular. I mean, this area, yes, I guess. But what's coming next won't be, because I think we see enough circles here already as it is. So it would be nice to have some different shapes going on. And many times I will be placing out scaffolding to look from up above. And this is taking the correct shape. So I kind of want to have a star-ish shape. You know, the one you would see in maybe paint. But I feel like this is not quite there yet. Let's extend this a little bit more. We can actually do 5, I imagine. Then this. I feel like that might be better. Let's actually thicken this up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see. This is already shaping up a lot better. And I think if we have slabs going on around the outside of this, it will look even better. So let's give that a try. I actually will put 2 over here. Yep, that is the shape that I was hoping for. Now, one thing I am thinking is, could I put something else over here? Now, we do have quite a bit of stuff, as you can see. And I do want to add in these details. But of course, it is a matter of, can we get away with it or no? And one block that I think I might be able to get away with would be the sea lantern, of course. But I don't want to abuse the sea lantern too much in this design, especially if I'm going to put it there as well. So one thing we could try is if we break this and we put down glass instead. And then a sea lantern underneath it. It should give a different look to it. Yes, okay. I think that looks good. And now let's copy this design over to the others. So as you can see, all of these are now in place, and I was very frustrated because I actually had to rebuild some of the farms here. Not the tubes themselves, but the signs were 1 block too low. Yeah, definitely not annoying to have to replace all of those. But that's now done. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Now we just need to worry about the rest of this place. And one thing that we do need to keep in mind, as very well demonstrated by the zombie, is that after this point, it is no longer the Ocean Monument hitbox, therefore mobs will be able to spawn. So over there, mobs could spawn, over there, mobs could spawn, there and there. And yeah, we need to keep that in mind when building this up. Now we need to start thinking of what to do next, and I'm thinking I want to start using some ice as like the main floor over here. So let's just break that real quick. And I want to connect these somehow over here. So let's see how much space we got. This is what we got. If I do 2 over here, I need to do exactly 3. And they will meet up in this spot over here. So that's another place where I could use the sea lantern under the blue glass trick. Let's just grab that again. And light blue stained glass goes over here. Lantern over here. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could do that. Let's see how that looks from up above. Yes, okay. But we do, of course, need to find an idea for this area, which probably won't be too difficult, but I do want to already start by putting in this over here around each of these. I think that's going to look good as well. New place for the storage has been found, and as you can see, this is now all in place except for these middle parts and these outer parts, but we have to think of what to do for the outer parts a little bit later. I think for now let's focus on the middle parts over here. And what blocks exactly did I bring? Well, I did bring waxed copper. Let's see if that could maybe fit in. I'm sure it will fit in with the color scheme at least. Let's just try it. Yeah. Instead of having these, we could definitely go for this. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have Skulk over here. Yeah, that could look good. We will need to do this on the outside of the ice part. And let's see how this looks. Yeah, I would say this will eventually look good. I do first need to get more of these copper slabs, but I have that, so there should be no worries there. Let's put these in place and then have the skulk in the middle. One additional thing that I think would look nice over here is an item we just started farming, the twisting vines. Let's put a couple in here and see how it's going to look once they're fully grown. Now we need to think of what to do with this area over here, and I'm thinking I'll put a big circle and maybe an eye in it. One of those eyes from the the regular Guardians rather. And we first need to figure out exactly how many blocks it's going to be. And from this block over here, this piece of scaffolding, until the edge it's 24. But I'll pull back by 1 and say the circle needs to be 23. So now we just go on to a website that shows me how to make circles, like I always do. And it tells me exactly how the circle is going to look like. Of course, you don't see anything right now, you just see me staring at my inventory. But I can tell you right now how it's going to look. And what I'm thinking is what I'll do is make slabs first. Okay. And this is the middle. Okay, hopefully this is going to fit, actually. So, 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So far it's all fitting. Good. Then, let's see. It's a 2. And it's a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this keeps on going like that. Okay. So the circle definitely will fit. So one circle later, we are left with this. So right now I am building a little guardian face, and I think it is coming together very nicely. As you can see, it's a big circle with these orange things sticking out of a smaller circle. So that definitely starts shaping it up. And yes, I am using full-on wool blocks. I might eventually switch it to carpets and just replace what's underneath it. Yeah, I might have to do that, but for now, let's just stick with the orange wool. I am pretty sure I have enough at my base, so no worries there. I also think that one thing that could be nice is if we have the outside of it with just ice again. I think ice is like one of the nicer blocks to use in this area. And yeah, it's definitely going to make this come together, I think. But let's focus on the center, where we will use prismarine instead of prismarine bricks. And now let's put in the face. So we're gonna go to the center of this, place down a sea lantern, and then cover that sea lantern up with these. The white carpet and the red carpet. There we go. Let's remove that. And we're going to place some of the dark prismarine right over here. So I hope everything still sounds the same as it did before, but for some reason Streamlabs decided to act up. So hopefully everything is fine. Anyway, I'm currently in the process of putting down some slabs, and I kind of missed where I finish it off because I was testing the audio. So let's go and take a look at exactly where that would be. I'm guessing over there, but I could probably continue from here. No, I actually did do this part. Aha, over here, there we go. We can continue with placing down slabs. As you can see, I'm using the oxidized slabs of copper. And another thing I've done is place down some dark prismarine going around in a square. So we have a little bit of a square going on as well now. Adding that shape to the mix. And what I'm thinking is, for the rest of this place, I probably will just put down prismarine, and in case of dark spots, I'll probably just put a lantern there. Let's just start with putting down the prismarine. Now, one place we might want to put a lantern would be over here. And maybe we want to put the light blue stained glass there first. Yeah, maybe. Let's put down a bit of water over here, I guess. Just so we have an easy way up and down. Let's try and break this. There we go. Just so that it doesn't spread everywhere. And sea lantern underneath it. Let's grab the water, replace that block, and there we have it. And the issue I'm having now is that this is a little bit too 2D, but I also cannot raise or lower this or that. So should I keep it or remove it? Let's actually check from the skies how it looks at the moment, and then we'll make a decision. So I actually think this doesn't add any value, so I might just remove it actually. Let me know in the comments if I'm making a mistake by removing it, but for now it is gonna go. Well, 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 look at that. It's looking amazing. And now, I would say it's done, but if we just dive into the water, we can see that it is definitely not done. So what are we going to do about that? Well, even though we won't have lanterns on the inside, we could replace the glass with some lanterns. And hopefully that will be looking good. Obviously cannot guarantee that, but hide round, die. But we can at least give it a try. So let's start removing, and this is going to be pretty painful. Yeah, that's one height we can do it at. What if we do it one block lower? So now it's of course going to start flooding the room. But it also means we can do this from inside the room. So we probably want to break in. So I just finished and boom. This is what it looks like. I love it. It definitely was worth every moment, every struggle. And this guy says nothing interesting. Okay, well, time to ignore him. And I have updated the maps already. That's why they are in my inventory right now. And this looks really good. But I'm curious how it looks on the map. So let's put down the maps in our base. And Yeah, that looks really good. I'm in love with this build. And one way I currently go below is just by breaking this and going into flight mode. Boom. That's how. Yeah, it's not exactly ideal, but it's one way to get in here, especially because I don't have a portal up just yet, which is exactly why I'm here. I think I should put in the portal, and I know I put the obsidian somewhere in here. Not sure where. Let's see. Not this one, not this one, this one. There we go. Flint and steel. Let's go to the Nether. Okay, it links up. And because it links up, I think what I can do very quickly is just build a path from this place to the portal. But this is what I've come up with for the tunnel. It's honestly nothing too special, but I quite like it. However, my creative juices have definitely run out for the day. Yeah, this was all done in one day. And I'm definitely due a vacation at this point, which I will be going on soon. So yeah, I'm trying to record as many episodes as I can right now, just so there's something to go up when I am gone. And yeah, I hope that this episode has been a good one, that you enjoyed it, and if you did, then you know what to do. And I will see you next time. Bye bye!